When we think of World War, we picture trenches, tanks and bombs, ghosts of the 20th century. But that image is dangerously outdated. The next great conflict won't begin with explosions or armies on the march. It will arrive quietly, infiltrating the systems that power our lives. The battlefield is no longer distant, it's everywhere: our homes, offices, even our phones. The new soldiers are code writers, data analysts, and bioengineers. Their weapons malicious, code-engineered pathogens and autonomous algorithms. Their targets: power grids, financial markets, communication networks, water supplies. This is a war of systems aiming to dismantle society from within. We live in a fragile glass house, unaware of the stones already thrown. Our world's complexity is now its greatest weakness. The next world war will be a silent collapse of the systems we trust, recognized only when it's too late. 1945 ended the era of industrial wars and began the age of existential threats. Nuclear weapons made direct conflict between superpowers unthinkable, forcing war to evolve. The digital revolution created a new battlefield: cyberspace. Here, attacks can be launched instantly, anonymously, and globally. Nations' infrastructures, communications, finances, energy, are now vulnerable targets. The new battlefields are fiber optic cables, satellites, data centers, and even genetic code. The contest is for control over information and systems, not land. Mud and steel have been replaced by data and code. We are all living on the front lines of this invisible war. We've already witnessed the first battles of this new war. In 2007, Estonia was crippled by coordinated cyber attacks. No bombs, just code. In 2010, Stuxnet, a digital weapon, destroyed Iranian nuclear centrifuges without a single shot. Ukraine became a testing ground. Hackers shut down power grids and unleashed malware that wiped out data and crippled businesses. These attacks proved code can destroy infrastructure and paralyze nations. They are not isolated incidents, but early skirmishes in a war already underway. The first casualties are not soldiers, but the trust we place in our systems. The blueprint for global conflict has changed: invisible, anonymous, and devastating. The ghosts in the machine are here. The world is watching, but few grasp the true significance. The war is happening now in the shadows. In labs worldwide, a new arsenal is being built, one we can't see. Genetic engineering tools like CRISPR could create targeted designer pathogens. These weapons might attack specific populations or remain dormant until triggered. Synthetic biology could unleash plagues with digital keys, blurring the line between disaster and war. Artificial intelligence brings autonomous weapons, drones and robots that kill without human input. Proponents promise precision, but the risk of machines escalating conflict is real. These weapons require no armies, just a handful of experts in secret labs. They're cheap, proliferate easily, and are nearly impossible to trace. How do you hold an algorithm or a virus creator accountable? The most powerful weapons of the 21st century are invisible and untraceable. The next world war won't be announced, it'll begin with strange disruptions. One morning your phone has no signal. The networks are silent. You can't call for help, access information, or contact loved ones. At the store, credit cards and ATMs are down. Your digital wealth vanishes. Panic spreads as the financial system collapses. Power grids fail, water plants stop, hospitals run on backup until they can't. Supply chains break, shelves empty. Food, water, and medicine disappear. Modern life vanishes in hours, not by bombs but by keystrokes. The enemy's goal makes cities unlivable, society ungovernable. Chaos and panic turn citizens against each other and their governments. This is a war of attrition against society itself. We wouldn't recognize it as war until we're already living in the ruins. The collapse would be engineered, silent, and total. The world as we know it could end without a single shot fired. This silent conflict isn't a future threat, it's happening now. The world's powers are locked in a constant hidden war in cyberspace and information. State-sponsored hackers steal secrets, disrupt infrastructure, and gather data for blackmail and espionage. The 2015 U.S. Office of Personnel Management hack was a strategic coup, not just a data breach. Disinformation campaigns target elections, sow division, and erode trust in democracy. Armies of bots and trolls inflame tensions, turning open societies into vulnerabilities. The goal: weaken adversaries from within, create perpetual internal conflict. Control over digital infrastructure, 5G semiconductors, undersea cables, is the new strategic territory. We live in a gray zone war, where peace and conflict are indistinguishable. The quiet war is here, shaping our world every day. The apocalypse of the 21st century may come with a whisper, not a bang. It's the silent death of smartphones, the blackout of the global grid, the paralysis of supply chains. Our interconnected world, built for comfort, could become our cage, turned against us by unseen enemies. Imagine a world in paralysis. No food, no medicine, no communication. Governments lose authority, fear and tribalism take over. The war would be neighbor against neighbor, not nation against nation. The real danger is the fragility of our systems, not the power of our weapons. The next world war will test our resilience, not our armies. We're too dependent, too interconnected, too trusting of invisible systems. The challenge is to recognize and defend against a war that looks like nothing we've seen before. The warning bell is silent, but it's ringing now. The next world war won't be declared. It will simply arrive, and we may only realize it when our world has already ended.